Good morning. You're muted.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing pretty good. Do you have a good weekend?
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, it was great. I think you posted some photos. You were out, was it kayaking or camping?
It was last week, actually. I was chilling.
I see. You had to get the photos developed.
Kind of, yeah. I just remember that, oh, I forgot to post that on the Rhythm channel.
Yeah. Hey, Sam.
Sam, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Welcome to, what is this, week 2 for you?
This is week 2, yeah, day 6.
Excellent.
So I'm drinking from the fire hose, but lots of cool stuff going on. So
Yeah.
excited to be jumping in.
Yeah, I've been here, I think, 3 weeks, so I don't have much
cool.
much tenure on you.
Yeah, that's just 1 week apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I guess I am.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great.
Hey.
Very good.
Okay, happy to. Thank you very much. All right, happy Monday. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a great weekend. So we'll go ahead and kick in, even though it's a light crew for us today. So everybody can see the announcements. So brown bag session on permissions last week. We've got video and slides. So thanks to Tatiana for doing that. So there was a fix for the group security dashboard, the history endpoint timing out that got merged last week, and I want to let Kenny welcome Sam since we got him here today, both of them here today.
Yeah, I don't know what now that we don't do this on company call, Sam introduced himself in the product group. He can introduce himself here and in the next meeting also. But Sam, do you want to go through the standard questions? What you're doing before you came to GitLab, why you came to GitLab, where are you located, and what do you like to do in your spare time?
Yeah, I'll take it, and if I miss one of the 4 points, let me know. So hey everyone, I'm Sam Kerr. I'm based in West Lafayette, Indiana. So if you're familiar with Purdue University, that's the same town as Purdue. Prior to GitLab, I was at a company called Arcsand Technologies, also here in West Lafayette. So I was doing product management for them, focusing on their mobile application protection products, as well as their white box cryptography and data protection products. So really excited to be here at GitLab. What drew me to it was, the culture of the company just seemed very different from everything I read, every conversation I had leading up to joining. But I also think we as a company have a very unique opportunity with DevOps maturing. Our opportunity to add security into that DevOps workflow our customers are using, is really going to be a great way for us to differentiate against the competition and really bring something new to the market. So I'm excited about that as well. Outside of work, I'm a big big video game fan. So if you ever want to talk about games, hit me up on Slack or invite me to some channels. I'm already in the Friday Night Magic channel. So yeah, really excited to get to know you all and work with you on secure projects.
Cool. Thanks, Sam. Welcome.
I think I hit all the points at that point.
You did. Perfect.
Cool.
All right, Lucas, you're up.
All right. So directed acyclic graphs are coming. This is a cool new pipeline addition, and I'd encourage everyone to look at this because, well, it's our product. As Philippe noted here, there may or may not be an immediate use case for these within our security tools. I can think of a couple cases around just speeding up execution, like container scanning being a bit slower than a review app, for example.
Just in a few words to explain what the AG are really in GitLab CI, it's mostly a way to trigger some jobs without waiting for the whole stage to finish. So that's the part I find a bit confusing about the new pipeline, because you can have jobs starting in a different stage where the current one is not finished yet. So
Yeah, I thank you for that. That's something I should have said. I think one of the best examples of that being like, if you're building an application for cross-platform and you're building Android and you're building iOS, and then it goes to a test Android and test iOS stage, you'd have a build stage and a test stage, but you shouldn't have to wait for the iOS build to finish to start testing Android. And so this could speed up our pipelines if we can figure out how to integrate it. But I don't think there's any existing issues that are currently blocked by this. But something worth thinking about.
I'll say I got introduced to this early in my tenure in product management, and the word seems far more complicated than what it actually is, which is like triggered dependencies, or I guess the example you learn in computer science school is like spreadsheets are DAGs because they update, your formulas update from one cell to another, and that the word DAG seems overly complicated, but it's not that complicated.
Yeah, but we feel cool when we say it.
Yeah, it's one of those words that you feel really cool when you say it.
Alrighty. I am next. So today's first day for Paula. So she's not on this call yet because it's a little early for her to start right now. Or at least she didn't know that we were going to be talking about her this early and during her day. So if you happen to see her online in Slack or in other mediums later today or later this week, please say hello. Please get and welcome her aboard. She will be part of the dynamic analysis group. So another DAG, sorry, couldn't help it. I recognize the acronym. But anyway, just wanted to say welcome to her while we had a moment, and we'll officially welcome her into the series of calls next week. Olivier, you've got the next series.
Yeah, following discussion in the staff meeting, and according to the increasing number of issues regarding permissions, there is one permissions blitz ongoing, so I tried to find someone within ACA to list all the features we have today and the corresponding permission from technical perspective to make sure we lay out this and have a good grasp at what's going on, and then playing with UX and products, will be able to analyze and see what are the inconsistencies in this and define the new expectations, that how we want to address access level for all the features we have today. And then based on this, we will have to apply the new expectation on the source code. So I'm expecting this to be a long running issue. Not sure we'll be able to address everything in 12.3, but this is very high priority because it's currently also blocking some new issues like changing the navigation for the new security features. And we have ongoing issues, so we really need to address this. Just to let you know, if you are aware about adding a new feature where you're not sure about the permission, you definitely need to have a look at this issue and contribute it possibly to help us moving forward on that. And if you don't have any question, next item is about the migration to the group and stage labels. So it's not the time right now to switch, but it's coming soon. There is an ongoing bot that is going through all the old issues regularly, and there are still some differences, but it's getting closer. So please start using the group labels on top of the existing labels that we have today. So you already know what those groups label are, but on top of this, you need to be aware that you need to use a DevOps secure label instead of the team secure label, which will be removed. So another thing that is very important is to use backend and frontend, because the way throughput will be working is that a group like static analysis will be including both front-end and back-end team. So if you're working on the back-end team, you need to apply both the group and the back-end label so that the throughput will be accurate and the metrics will be reporting the correct numbers. So starting from now, please make sure all the issues and merge requests are correctly labeled according to this. And please also leverage the feature or category label like SaaS, dependency scanning, DAS, security dashboard, etc., so that you can benefit from the automation that will automatically add the corresponding label in case you're missing them. And this also improves the discoverability. So as said, the migration is still ongoing. We still have some differences, deltas between the old and the new labels, but the switch is really coming soon. So please make sure you are switching your mind to use the new labels.
So I'm going to go through and update all the contributing docs for our projects again.
Yes.
Yes, there are. So I've been tracking some of those conversations about they're not described in the handbook. They're described in our contributing docs, and they are updating them. They're a little bit in an unclear state given the transition. I think they're waiting for the new label adjustment processing to happen, so to not confuse contributors. But Philippe, specifically to your question about secure, I have seen an issue that says relabel all team. I think they're like the blue colored with a capital letter stages to DevOps, to the scoped DevOps label. Just hasn't processed yet. I'll see if I'll do some whatever links I can find about.
There is no more team label. They are dead. They are going away, and you need to forget about them. So it's only the DevOps stage label that will
final.
Just to gather all the issues for all the secure teams.
But we still have a group discussion today, right, for secure?
Yeah, but it's a group.
It's a group discussion. It's not a six. Okay, just saying.
Don't try it. The definitions are clear, crystal clear.
Can somebody answer Sam's question in the doc? I think what you pointed to, Sam, is correct. That's where I've seen, I think that's the document I've been seeing getting updated, but.
Yeah, but Lucas was mentioning our own projects README, I think, contributing issues, because we say, please open an issue in the GitLab EE tracker and add the secure label. So we have to go all the security product projects and edit that.
Gotcha, makes sense.
Am I right, Lucas?
Yeah, I just added an example to the doc, which I think we just need to replace every contribute MD in our projects to just have a single URL. We can't really do redirects, but across projects, but just say go here for the shared contributing MD for all SP products. So at least this may be the last time we update everything.
So this might be a longer question, and let me know if it is. Why do we have all these label definitions inside of contributing files instead of the handbook?
Because therefore, keep in mind, we should be supportive of external contributors. So it's basically to make sure that anyone who externally wants to contribute knows how the workflow happens, what labels they should apply, because it's not specific to GitLab employees.
Yeah. And we're assuming they won't read the handbook to get that information.
Yeah, correct. Our notion is you shouldn't have to read the handbook to contribute to GitLab.
There's also like a minor thing for our security product specifically, where we do not use issue trackers for each one of our products. We use a single issue tracker, which is a GitLab like CE or E project. So so contributors cannot create issues directly from our projects. They need to put them in the appropriate project to triage.
Can you give Sam a brief overview of what is in those security products and why we have them? The security products subgroup?
Sure. We have security products are small self-contained code bases for doing security scans. And those run against various languages and projects doing various types of security scans like static analysis or dynamic analysis. And those together push code up to the GitLab CE or EE code base, which is like the monolithic Rails app we have. So most, like I'd say 80% of engineering here works on the Rails app directly, and then 20%, of which we're probably 10% or 15% of that, work on these smaller projects and the Rails app.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Thomas, you're up.
Yeah, I was just making sure there was nothing else on this topic. Okay. Alrighty, since we've got a secure group conversation today where this is going to be announced, it's important to talk about it here before we get into a company-wide conversation. So the results of who's going where on which team are listed here and will be announced in the group conversation today. This is as best we could do to follow folks' desires, but also keep the teams balanced between static and dynamic analysis as far as tenure and seniority is concerned. So we will be we'll be talking about these more in one-on-ones this week, and we will begin to execute the transition. But I wanted to make sure that everybody had a chance to at least see it here first. I tried to talk to as many people as I could Thursday and Friday about this one-on-one, but it just wasn't possible to get to everybody, and I wanted to make sure we at least talked about it here prior to it being in a much larger audience. So, any questions on this?
I'll just say thank you, engineering managers. I know we've done 2 major split. We're the first guinea pig split, and then now we're doing another split shortly thereafter, a couple months after. I know it's been painful. So engineering managers and team members, I appreciate that. We're growing. We seem to get to be the guinea pigs because we're growing the fastest.
Yep. And defend is coming. Defend is coming. So anyway, just want to make sure it's called out. Last call for any additional agenda items.
Just curious if we have yet defined the split of other functionalities between those 2 groups.
Yeah, I don't see my name anywhere.
Not formally. We've had conversations about it. Unless Seth has a different opinion on the state of those conversations, I'd say we're not finalized on what other functionality is going to be, where that's going to go.
It's still kind of up in the air. And Thomas, Adam was just mentioning his name's not on this list. I'm not sure.
This is only static and dynamic analysis. This does not include composition analysis, since that team was left unchanged.
Okay. So there's your answer, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, nobody is being thrown over the side. It was just that since we were taking static and dynamic analysis group and dropping the and splitting, and software composition analysis team or group, excuse me, was left unchanged by this particular activity. I did not list them here. Apologies for the confusion and the concern.
No worries. Just wanted to double check. Thanks.
And this is also a CYA on my part, but my view of the other functionality split is that Thomas, you and Seth are going to make a call and then propose a merge request, and then I can review it there, that you're not waiting on me for anything.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And just to make it explicit within this group, I have the privilege and the honor to also be the interim EM on Defend. So it's going to be so not that my entire team will also be doing double duty within Defend itself, but so I'll be working a logical split within myself as well. So just going ahead and calling that out. All right, last call. Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, or complaints?
I'll just voice what Olivia was saying. I will take the action to update the triage bot for the static and dynamic split and add Sam to them. I always forget about that triage bot.
Yeah, there are 2 different, many different things under the triage bot, but I think you're focusing on the issue package about.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is one point. I know there is an ongoing issue on quality team to redo that and split it accordingly to the groups. So it might be already covered by this issue. But there is, what I was mentioning is more about the automations between the group and stage labels based on the category level, so that when the bot sees DAST label, it will apply the dynamic analysis group instead.
Makes sense, yeah. And same with the other functionality when it sees security dashboard, it should apply.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All righty. Thank you, everybody, for your time. We will do the static and dynamic analysis group conversation here in about 9 minutes. It looks like SCA is tomorrow now. And so anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. May the odds ever be in our favor, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Thomas.